All right, so far with the metric system, we've talked about measuring length and distance. We've talked about measuring volume, and today we're going to talk about measuring weight. So we're used to using ounces and pounds for weight, but in the metric system, we use a gram, and then you can go up or down. And so today we're going to talk about going up to a kilogram. So a gram is small. So something that would be 1 gram would be like a paper clip or maybe a piece of candy like a Jolly Rancher. 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. Think heavier, bigger objects. An object that you would describe in pounds, you can usually describe it in kilograms. So a squirrel would be about 1 to 2 kilograms. And then think about 1 kilogram would be like 1,000 Jolly Ranchers or 1,000 paper clips. So you can think about how heavy that would be. So we're gonna take a look at our book and move through some different objects and decide if we would use a gram or a kilogram. We are looking at 273 today. We're talking about grams and kilograms. So we said this was measuring weight. So we have 1 candy is about 1 gram, and then they said 1,000 candies is about 1 kilogram. So we need to remember that 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So we are going to start following the same pattern. So we're going to decide, should we do grams or kilograms? Then they're gonna give us actual measurements. We're gonna decide the estimate. Remember, think about the actual object in real life. We have another chart down here. This one is a little bit trickier, and so I'm going to fill this one out, this part of it out for you. Don't worry too much about converting from grams to kilograms or liters to milliliters. This is really just an introduction for us, and you will have a lot more practice in 4th grade and then in 5th grade as you learn the metric system. So remember that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. That's what's really important for us to remember. So if I have 10 kilograms, I'm gonna take my 3 zeros and add them at the end. So I have my 10 and I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3 zeros. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna take my 29 and add my 3 zeros. Sorry, that 9 is kind of funky. Now, to go backwards, I'm just gonna take my 3 zeros off. So if I took 3 zeros off, I would be left with 10 kilograms. And if I took 3 zeros off, I'd be left with 3 grams. Remember, this part right here, you don't need to know how to do that right now. So if you understood that and that made sense, great. If that was super confusing and you're like, I have no idea how you came up with those answers, totally fine. This is just an introduction. So now that it's filled in, you can answer these questions. The questions you should be able to answer, no problem. All right, so let's flip to the back. We're gonna follow pretty much the same pattern we've been doing before. Decide which one's best, complete the chart, and then this is the same thing, drawing the line to match. So this tool, you're gonna draw it to one of these over here and to one of these over here. And remember, capacity is the same as, hope you shouted it out, volume. And this sentence at the bottom, these are those sentences where it helps us connect math to the things we're learning about God and serving other people. So you can read that, think about it, make your best guess. If you have any questions, let me know.